Nakapunta ka na ba sa Kagsawa Ruins? Sobrang ganda ng lugar na yun. Kitang-kita mo yung Mayon Volcano. And sobrang ganda ng tanawin doon. Pero, narinig mo na ba yung mga kwentong kababalaghan sa lugar na yun? Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is me, Ed Beast. And kung mahilig ka sa mga kwentong horror, mystery, and urban legend na i-deliver in a story format, sa tamang channel ka. Kaya huwag mo kalimutan mag-like, subscribe para updated ka sa mga bago nating episode. Kaya kung mahilig ka sa mga kwentong nakakatakot, tara, sabay-sabay tayong matakot. My family and I had a very long road trip from La Union. Ngayon nandito kami sa Leyte. We drove our car, and one of our stopovers was Legazpi, Albay. And dahil andun na kami, we took advantage of it and pumunta kami sa Kagsawa Ruins. Sobrang ganda ng lugar na yun. Yung scenery, kahit di nagpakita si Mayon sa amin, worth it talaga yung experience. We even tried the silly ice cream, which is I took the level 5. Level 1 lang yung sa asawa ko. I like spicy food kasi. Anyway, we were there exploring, looking at the view of Mayon, then yung mga ruins na meron doon. Based sa mga locals, may building pa nga doon which is art museum daw. Dati third floor daw yun. Yun yung pinaka third floor kung saan yung art museum ngayon. So ibig sabihin yung dalawang floors is lumubog na dahil sa pag-erupt ng Mayon Volcano, and natabunan ito ng mga ashes ng pag-erupt. And hindi lang yun yung mga boulders, flaming boulders yung lumipad. Pero yung mga latest naman na eruption, everyone was able to evacuate, wala naman namatay. Pero did you know the story of those who died in that ruins? That's why there's a lot creepy stories or mga creepy experiences na mga taong pumunta doon, lalong-lalo sa mga locals na nakatira lang doon. Around 1814 February 1, while people were preparing sa mass nila, candle mass nila, they were lighting up the candles, tapos Mount Mayon erupted. When Mother Nature attacks, it's always a surprise, and not everyone was prepared for that. Based on my research, around 1200 yata, or umabot pa ng 2000 yung namatay ng mga time na yun, dahil sa eruption ng Mount Mayon. And yung pinaka-notable na story talaga is yung sa Kagsawa Ruins. That time, di pa ruins yun, may church doon. And marami talaga mga devoted na tao na nagsimba doon. When Mount Mayon erupted that day, imbes na they decided to evacuate sa mas malayong lugar para maiwasan yung ashes, yung mga boulders na lumilipad, flaming boulders to be exact, tsaka yung mga lava na lumabas sa volcano, ay nag-decide sila magstay sa church na yun. And they prayed together, they kneeled together maybe, and they cling into their faith na masasave sila during those times, during those hours. I can hardly imagine yung mga nasa isip nila, yung mga last minutes nila sa mundong ito. Sadly, everyone died in that church, and they were buried alive. Maybe they were burned alive kasi there were a lot of boulders flying, parang maapoy na mga bato na lumilipad galing sa volcano, and sobrang saklap nun, and no one survived in that church. So kung nakikita nyo, pupunta kayo ng Kagsawa Ruins, you will see na yung ruins na talaga, part na lang ng mga pader, yung bell tower na lang talaga yung nakatayo, and yung mga walls ng ruins, yung ruins talaga is wala na talaga siya, part na lang, minsan parang mga sa bintana, which is pwede ka picture doon. Me and my family had a lot of great pictures there, and I will show it to you, a video of the Mayon volcano. Kahit hindi siya nagpakita, no, the clouds were like circling the volcano, and it was so beautiful. So going back to the story, no, so no one survived, right? And after that, when people tried to recover the bodies of those who died, they said it was tragic, no, sobrang nakakaiyak daw yung natagpuan nila, no, parang naghahawakan ng kamay siguro sila or naka-embrace sa isa't isa. Years passed, maybe 200 years, naging tourist spot na siya, no. Pero di mo maiwasan marinig yung mga kwentong kababalaghan ng mga locals. Hindi lang locals, kahit ng mga turista. Even me, no, felt that negative energy when I was there. Nanlaki yung ulo ko kahit napapapicture lang kami, ha. So while taking pictures, no, there was this kid who volunteered na siya na lang mag-take ng picture sa amin kasi kahit photographer yung wife ko, we had very hard time taking pictures, good picture to be exact, kasi malilit pa yung mga anak namin, no, tatlo, and makukulit talaga, so mahirap silang picturean, lalo-lalo na yung bunso, which is 1 year old lang. So that kid was really good at taking pictures and videos. He was talented. He's around 9-10 years old lang. So you have to pay them, pero they were not asking for a high amount, no. So if you don't have anyone with you, take pictures, so you can ask those kids dun around and they will take pictures of you. So while taking pictures, and before our day ended, before we went home sa hotel na ini-stayan namin doon, resort, ay kinausap ako nung batang yun, no. Sinabi niya yung story sa akin, kaya nagkaroon ako ng knowledge, and I got the interest, no, to dig deeper and research. Sabi niya, before daw siya lumipat ng Nueva Ecija, ay doon na sila banda na tumitira sa may ruins lang. Parang kasi may tindahan sila nun. So halos everyday daw, pagtapak ng dilim, ay may nakikita silang babae naglalakad-lakad, nakaputi ito. And madalas naririnig niya itong umiiyak. Hindi na ito naging parang misteryo sa kanya, no? Kasi lagi na siya nagpapakita yung babaeng yun. So parang aware na sila. Pero hindi mo maiwasang kilabutan, lalo pag mag-isa ka. May times din na marami siya nakikita na parang naglalakad-lakad doon, or minsan narinig na may mga tumatakbo-takbo kahit wala ng tao, kahit sobrang dilim na. Ganun din yung mga na-experience sila doon sa Kagsawa Ruins, sa mismong ruins na kung saan namatay yung 60 plus na tao na yun. Meron pa silang kwento na habang nagka-camp daw sila, bigla rin silang may napansin sa taas ng puno ng akasya na sobrang tanda na. So kung gaano katanda yung ruins, yun siguro yung tanda ng punong yun, or maybe 100 years old na puno na. So they were camping daw, they were having a bonfire, and something caught their attention na napatingin sila sa taas ng puno. They saw a very huge guy na itim sitting down on the tree, and it is believed na kapre daw yun. So I don't know all the details, no, pero one thing for sure, I felt the chills before pa niya sabihin yung storya sa akin. Mabigat na yung feeling ko. I don't know what's with those old trees na akasya, no. When I see those old trees, alam ko talaga na may something. And luckily wala namang kami experience na sobrang creepy talaga, pero the stories were giving us the chills. So we decided to go home na lang, pagpagod na kami. So yun, that's a story that they shared, no. Pero I think, no, it's because of those who died there. That's why there's a lot of people who died in that place. That's why may mga nagpaparamdam talaga. It is possible na they're just spirits lurking around, walking around, no. And posible na kuha lang talaga yung energy doon, kaya grabe sila magparamdam kasi may mga ganong lugar. I've experienced a lot of ganong klase ng mga paramdam lalo sa mga white lady, and hindi na to bago sa akin. Luckily hindi naman nagpakita sa akin at nagparamdam yun. Siguro kung nagstay pa kami, kasi sabi pa sa akin nung bata na pag 3 AM na daw, no, hindi daw advisable na magstay doon kasi mas grabe daw yung kilabot na meron doon. So I took his advice, so I would never do that, no? And it's 3 AM na rin, no, while doing this video. Anyway, this is just a short video, and dito na lang ating kwento. For those who always nag-aabang para sa mga bagong episode, no, make sure na marami pang parating, no. I'm preparing a lot of good stories for you, and I'll make sure you'll enjoy it since Halloween is approaching. Para sa mga bagong nating viewers, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel para updated kayo sa lahat ng episodes na meron tayo. So, nandito na lang ating kwento at storya. Hanggang sa susunod.